Alright, so I want to go ahead and stop waiting and saving on this and go ahead and break down the actual character designs for Tekken 8. I'm a huge Tekken fan. My love for Tekken is probably the only thing next to probably Dragon Ball that rivals Mortal Kombat for me. Those three entities are why I'm an artist, probably why I even have this channel to begin with. So great pleasure. I'm about to go ahead and jump into these Tekken 8 designs, starting with Kazuya. Awesome. They took the sort of evil businessman Kazuya look and made it so much cooler. I hated his the Tekken 2 purple suit that he used to wear. That just looked awful to me. And as a kid it was kind of out of context. I didn't know why he was wearing the suit, why he was in my mind suddenly evil. He's kind of been evil since day one, but that's a whole other conversation. But the way they made the suit look in Tekken 7 I thought was really cool, and this one is even better. Even the texture on it looks crazy. Like, I don't even know whether that's like snake skin or some kind of lizard. I don't know what animal that is that makes up his jacket, but that looks crazy. Or his trench coat, but that looks crazy. And then the look on his face, like that head down, arms folded Kazuya look. It's the most terrifying expression in Tekken history. And the glowing eye also doesn't help. I really don't think Kazuya's really had bad designs outside of, like I said, that Tekken 2 purple suit. Yeah, Kazuya's a man. There's nothing else to say. Alright, Jin. This is sick too. This is so much better than his Tekken 7 design. I don't know what that was. Also, I don't know if they ever came out with it. I know there's a lot of clothing and accessories you can put on a character in Tekken nowadays, but I don't know if they have the post-credits scene outfit that Jin had. But I would have much rather played with that than the whatever he's wearing in Tekken 7, the little red skinny jean boot, like what is the red boots? I don't know. This screams more Jin. The style of the hoodie. I love the gloves he has now, and they're not just gauntlets. He actually has gloves once again. Pants and everything, like the whole outfit matches Jin perfectly. But a lot of Tekken 7 outfit choices are rather odd. I like the Kazuya one, as I just stated, but the Jin one, But the only thing that I'm actually disappointed in with Jin's design for Tekken 8 is he doesn't have flames anywhere. As you can see, just because I did this video, I'm wearing the Tekken 4 Jin hoodie, which I still feel like is probably my favorite Jin design of all time. Or are those flames just on the shoulders, or are those just some type of designs here? I don't know. But they don't look like flames. I'm just gonna assume they're not. But yeah, it's like a staple. All of Jin's clothes are just supposed to have flames somewhere. Like, that's the thing. Even the garbage design he had in Tekken 7 still. So it's pretty iconic, but whatever. As long as he's got like the jacket, the gloves, the pants, like nitpicking at this point. Jin's costume is amazing. So far, 2 thumbs up for Kazuya and Jin's designs. All right, King. King's another one that always has cool designs too. And I'm a wrestling fan too. King always has like a modern wrestler's look. Like, King straight up comes to the ring wearing gear that I could easily see like Kenny Omega or somebody wrestling in. So like, King's always cool with me as far as I'm concerned with his look. Yeah, the 2 different style boots, the 2 different colored style knee pads. Even the cape and stuff is not too much for King. I mean, what is too much for a human being that's actually talking with a tiger head? Which is such a running joke to me. I still don't understand how he just growls at people and they just know what he's talking about. The conversation between Armor King and Murdoch, and I think it was Tekken Tag 2, is absurd. It's either that or 6. It's one of the 2. I can't remember off the top of my head, but ridiculous conversation. But that's neither here nor there. Looking at the actual design, even the feathers and the little, I don't know what you call them, like the little necklace part or whatever that is around his neck, is a very like almost Aztecish sort of design to it. Like, I don't know. It, like, all of it just is cool to me. Like, for a badass tiger pro wrestler, like, King's the man. Jun Kazama. I like the design. I don't know if she should necessarily be fighting in this, but I do like the design. I'm not gonna lie though, I did like her Tekken Tag 2 redesign much better. But this is still cool. I'm not gonna knock it. I just thought that Tekken Tag 2 look was tremendously better than this. It might just be me, but I really think that this Jun design looks way better than the one to the left. Though, if she's supposed to be the heavenly mother of Jun Kazama, the one that they gave her for Tekken 8 definitely fits more. And for what they're making her, like the light contrast to the darkness of Kazuya, it's like, I get the design, it's fine. Like I said, I'm nitpicking and saying I like the Tekken Tag 2-1 better. Because to me it is. Like, honestly, if I would change anything, I would give her the outfit from Tekken Tag 2 and just leave her hairstyle as is. I like the longer hair for Jun's design. It also looks a lot closer to how she looked in Tekken 2 to me. Once again, no real problems. I feel like Jun has had a better design, but for Tekken 8, like, it's cool. Still don't have a design that I would necessarily say is a bad design so far. It's just odd to me, just as a costume to actually be fighting in. This is wild. Even the white gloves and everything like that, like, this is a crazy outfit to actually be like thrashing people in, but whatever. Oh boy. Paul. This is definitely my first thumbs down. I've done a video on the channel where I tried myself to come up with a redesign of Paul's, at least one that fits Paul more and is better than this one looks. I don't know whether or not I would say yes or no that the design I came up with was any better than this. I just know I can say that it at least fits Paul more than this one. Like, I get in recent Tekken games, they sort of made Paul into a borderline cartoon character at this point, but like, come on, like, I don't even know, just by looking at him, knowing what the character is, but looking at what he's wearing, I don't even know what he's supposed to be. Like, he doesn't even look like a biker. He looks like he should be on like The Walking Dead, or like, I don't know what's with the rope, the little bag on the side. I know I questioned that in the previous video. Like, if you want my actual thoughts on Paul's outfit, I would suggest you look at my sort of redesigning the fighters video I did, trying to come up with a new design for Paul, but yeah, I'm just not a fan of this. Looks crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, if his hair looked different, it would kind of sort of save this outfit. I think it would save it a lot. It's like what he's wearing on top of that ridiculous hairstyle, I think, kills this design. Why is Paul the only character who's on this website that's going into the video above? But yeah, this is a no. Actually, the jeans and boots are fine. I actually don't have a problem with that. But the bag, the ugly jacket, bandana, the rope, the hairstyle, like, all right, we got martial law. Martial law. Now that I think of it, I think I'm cool with like most fake Bruce Lee characters in fighting games. Law, this is probably... It's weird. He still looks like Bruce Lee, but he looks different. Like, they made him, I don't know, he just looks tougher or meaner for some reason. I don't know what it is. Now, he's ridiculously shredded. I don't know whose design decision that was, but like, he might actually have less body fat than Bruce Lee actually did. Like, Law looks crazy. Yeah, he looks crazy now. I also love how the nunchucks are a bigger part of his arsenal. Am I wrong in that you had to actually equip nunchucks on him in Tekken 7? If that was even an object. I know certain characters have weapons that you could give them customization little things. Because I didn't play with Law in Tekken 7, being honest with you. But as far as his Law design is concerned, it's cool. Once again, with random ropes though, like, I don't understand. Now that I think about it, he even has them on his arms. Like, I don't know. It's strange. I don't know what's with all the ropes and stuff in this game, but I also love that he has like a martial arts belt. He almost like has a black belt tied around his jeans. I don't know why he would, but it looks cool. Like, I don't know. He even got a pendant around his neck. Like, I don't know. Law looks badass in this. I wish they would have leaned more into this thought process with Paul when they did his. Moving right along now, Jack 8. Never really been a big fan of Jack's designs, being honest. But for what he is, it's fine. He actually looks like a hodgepodge of a lot of Jacks to me. He sort of has a classic Jack look. He sort of has a little bit of P-Jack to him. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but the amount of gray and the sheer amount of machinery sort of makes him also remind me of Gunjack. Like, Jack did sort of look robotic, but he looked like a robot, a massive robot that was made to look human-like. Like, they just went completely away from that over the years, and now we have this. But yeah, it looks cool. And then all the weird neon lights and lasers and stuff on. Like, I'm a big fan of neon lights and stuff anyways. A lot of original artwork or paintings that I might do, you can find some of them on my channel. Like, I just randomly stick neon lights in there anyways. Yeah, I don't think it's a bad design. For Jack, like, I'm not a big Jack fan in terms of, but I don't know. I just don't like Jack. He's not my typical fighting game character, but for what he is and what he's supposed to be, I think it's fine. Not gonna let my bias against Jack sort of cloud my judgment that the design isn't good. It is. Even all the random tubes and stuff on the body is really cool and a nice touch. Lars Alexandersson. This was my guy. He was the only character I could get wins with playing online in Tekken 7. And he probably will be in Tekken 8. Yeah, Lars is definitely my guy. I know people don't like Lars as a character. I don't get why. I know watching video games, Max specifically hates Lars's Tekken 6 design and feels like it's a very try-hard design. I agree with him, but I don't necessarily look at that as a bad thing. Like, I think Lars always looks cool. I love this outfit. They're determined to give Lars lighter colors in his designs. And I get it, he's supposed to be noble and fighting for justice and all that other nonsense. Okay, cool. I like the black and red design from Tekken 6. Like, that's just me. And when I get the chance, I'm changing the colors of this design in this game too, because I just like darker Lars outfits. That's probably my only nitpick. Like, the white and gold design, I get why they did it. I'm just a fan of the darker one. But no, Lars looks cool to me. The boots is sick. I like the jacket. He always has these weird wings or something crazy on his clothes. Or I don't even know if they're wings or not, but they look like them. So for lack of a better term, I'm just going to call them that. I also love how it's never actually referred to between Jin and Lars. The fact that they've had so many interactions with each other, there's never an acknowledgement that Lars is Jin's uncle. His uncle is like 2 years older than him. Now that I think about it, there's barely an acknowledgement that Lars and Kazuya are brothers for real. But yeah, awesome. I have no problems with Lars. All right, now moving on to Xiayou. God, I really have been just like praising every single design that's come through so far. Except for one. That's simple design. Sure do got a lot of legs showing down there. Don't necessarily think there's anything bad about it. Xiayou is definitely a Tekken character that the more time passes, the better her design looks. She was hideous in Tekken 3. And I'm not even blaming that on technology. Every male and female character in that game looks very realistic for the time and amazing. And she didn't. Could already tell they started to clean her design up a lot by the time Tekken Tag came out. And she's just improved her design from there. Also love how her pigtails just get longer and longer with each passing Tekken game. I could be wrong, but I feel like they're longer here than they even were in Tekken 7. Very simplistic design for her. She's not really wearing that much outside of the little, whatever this gray thing she has on, and then the little jacket or robe over top of it. Even for the really simplistic designs, what I'm starting to notice is there's such detail in the design or the material of the clothing that it makes up for even the most simplistic designs on these characters. This is actually a nugget that I'm going to start thinking about a lot more when I like make my own characters and do my own drawings and whatnot. Just getting as much detail as you can where you need them without necessarily over designing a character. It's a big contrast in terms of comparing it to like all the Mortal Kombat design. I sort of look at least up until Mortal Kombat 1, which also has simplistic designs in my mind. Nina style assassination arts. She kills people. I love it. I'm loving this more than the wedding dress from Tekken 7. Though it's weird not seeing Nina with a ponytail. I'm trying to think, in my mind, this might be the only time I can recall Nina with her hair out since the opening video of Tekken 2. Could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I can't remember Nina with her hair out. It's crazy. I think that might be the only reason why, if she had a ponytail, it would still scream Nina. Even though the outfit looks different, it would be familiar enough. But just her having her hair out instead of being in a ponytail just makes this look so much different. And then she got the knives, she's got the guns. Is that gun in the glove? I think it is. Amazing design choice. Because I was sitting here looking at the costume and I'm like, where does she keep, because she's definitely packing heat in this game. So it's like, where's she keeping the guns at? I think they're in the glove. That's sick. That's actually sick. And it's only, she has one glove that's actually made that way and exposed, so she's using the glove as a gun holster, and the other sleeve actually comes all the way down. That's a nice design touch. Wow, I didn't even catch that before. And I guess you wouldn't seeing the character in motion. My God, is she messing Lars up. Yeah, I'm messing with Nina's design. Yeah, she looks like a killer. That's what she's designed as. Leroy Smith. Does that say he's the Grandmaster of Drip? I love the sheer commitment to him in the Wing Chun style. Like, it looks so, like, I don't know anything about actual martial arts, so don't get me up here lying, but like, it looks very authentic to anything I've ever seen of Wing Chun, so it's actually really cool. And Leroy just always has a cool design to begin with. Yeah, I don't have no complaint. Even the crazy medallion they gave him, he's got the big gold ring. Did they give that man a pinky ring? Okay, no, I'm tripping. All right. I was about to say the pinky ring might be too far, but nah. Yeah, there's so much gold in the design. Even the glasses look sweet. But Leroy's design is awesome. I even love his little dog. And like I said, the details in the clothes. I don't know what material those pants are, but like, that's crazy. And like, trying to make the I'm always fascinated by like the design and details in these, not just fighting games, but video games in general. When I was in college, like trying to do character modeling, that was not my strong suit. Like animation, I'm your god. Actual modeling was not my thing. So when I saw like actual like expert level like detail and stuff in costumes, I'm always in awe of it. Like, I'm definitely one of those people that admires stuff that like are not my strengths. So like, knowing that there are people out there that can get off this much detail and stuff in clothes nowadays, like with the mapping and designing that they're using on these models, it's crazy. Like, Leroy is sick. Between his pants and Kazuya's jacket, they're definitely in their bag for Tekken 8. Oh, Asuka Kazama. Might be my second thumbs down. Let me see, because they have story details over here in the corner, so let me read here. And no, there's no explanation as to why she's dressed like she's probably still going to school or something. If anybody knows, if you can give me context as to like what this kind of outfit is, because it's like I'm not as familiar with Japanese culture in terms of like, maybe this is for a specific kind of job or something. To me, she's kind of still dressed like a schoolgirl, even though she's like far beyond school at this point. But I don't know if she's dressed like the Japanese equivalent of like the guardian angels that used to roam New York City. So like, it does say she's a peacekeeper and a peacemaker and all this other stuff. So maybe that's it. I don't know. It just looks really corny to me. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I say this, but going back to the last review I did for Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, it's the hat that's killing me with this design. The hat and the tie. I don't know why she has a tie whatsoever. And then it's the combination of the hat and the tie just makes this a corny design. Yeah, a lot of leg showing, huh? Alright. These females in Tekken do not believe in wearing pants. Just registered that to my brain. Like, everybody got legs out. Alright. It's not atrocious, but it just looks goofy to me. And I don't think, like, I don't know, maybe Asuka's kind of like a goofy character at this point, which is a crying shame. You would think is important. Like, Jin is the poster boy of Tekken, considering it's her freaking cousin. Maybe, I don't know, she could be a little more important as well. It's never even been acknowledged in the story, and that's wild, considering how much fighting Jin does with his own family. And his supposed dead mother has come back. Still no Asuka. Hopefully that's addressed in Tekken 8. Lili, a pretty rich little fighter. Yeah, nothing wrong with this design to me. It screams what she is. And to me, it's not a problem. She has extremely long hair. Her hair is actually past her ass. It's crazy. Like, I don't really have much to say. I'm not in love with this design, but also don't think it's bad. Sorry if I don't really have much more to add than that, but it's a rich girl. Like, I don't know what to say. She looks exactly as she's supposed to be. Though she's designed like a rich woman from like the 30s or something. Like, I don't know, she looks classically regal, if that makes any sense. She doesn't look like a rich girl in 2023. Which, if she was a rich girl in 2023, I also imagine Lili would have lip injections and a BBL at this point, but much better than the Asuka design. So yeah, I have nothing more to add. Moving on. Bryan. Is he designed any differently? Let me look at the video. Like, okay, he might not be in camo. Okay, he still looks like Bryan. I see he has neck tattoos. Did he have those before? I've never noticed before. Like, I don't think they designed him any differently than he's always designed, but at the same time, it's awesome. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, Bryan looks like a beast. Like, no complaints here whatsoever. The amount of scars on his body, good God. Yeah, Bryan looks insane. Like, he looks like what he essentially is. He could kill like whole villages of people with his bare hands. Massive thumbs up. Like, they didn't even really change or do anything too crazy. Does this man have grenades on his? Yes, he does. Bryan's, while it is a great design, I don't know what else to add to that. My God, this has to be like maybe top like 5, maybe 3 fighting game characters of all time. Like, yeah, this design is sick. I love this redesign. They made Hwoarang so he looks serious, like he's really about to mess somebody up. And I love that they gave him a sort of taekwondo outfit that doesn't look like the traditional gi he's worn in damn near every other Tekken game, with the exception of 4. Which is the vibe that I think I and most people get from this design in Tekken 8. It's just a more serious looking Hwoarang. I think it's cool. Also, for note, I did tried to do a design for an alternate for Hwoarang. I'll have that video posted somewhere above or around, so somebody could check it out if you wanted to. That was actually a daunting task, trying to come up with an alternate that did this one justice, but elephant in the room though. Love the design, the way the pants look, the new top with the upper part of the gi. The gloves is sick to me, even a little weird zebra marks or whatever that's on the gloves, but just for lack of a better term, I'll call it that. All of it's cool. But I have to address, coming from the Tekken 7 game, what happened to his eye patch. Supposedly his eye was so damaged in that explosion in Tekken 7 where he scraped his face on the ground that he had to wear an eye patch. So my question is, where is the eye patch? Like, it looks like there is 0 damage done to his eye. What are we doing? Was that Tekken 7 outfit just like not canon? Like, but whatever. Also, Hwoarang is the second player that I played with in Tekken 7. Also the reason for at least like 90% of my losses online in Tekken 7. Claudio. I know the word used to describe Claudio is anime looking. He definitely does. He looks like he should be a Quincy in Bleach. I like Claudio's design. Him being an exorcist, he looks more like a sorcerer at this point. Maybe I've just been way into Mortal Kombat lately. But I have to ask, like, the design has me intrigued as to what's up with the tattoo on the face and the eye. Like, they definitely have me questioning, like, what's going on with Claudio. Because he looks very similar to how he did in Tekken 7. He just looks sort of darker design without actually using darker colors, if that makes any sense. When you have a black and blue eye facial tattoo, almost like a Mike Tyson tattoo, like, yeah, it's gonna start to look crazy. Such a sweet contrast to with the blue and all his powers, and then having like dark blue hair with the rest of the outfit being completely white. A lot of just white designs in Tekken 8 for some reason too. They're really leaning in on this light and dark stuff, ain't they? Azucena. What is her full name? I ain't even about to butcher that trying to pronounce it. I didn't even know her name was that long. I just thought her name was Azucena. Crazy design. I was actually hoping I could catch a bit of her footwork. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw her, I was thinking like, okay, they're replacing like Eddie and Christy with her. But like, nah, she's way different. And her dodging looks insane. Her look, it's not bad, by the way. I don't have a problem with the actual design, but it's so simple. But it's small stuff to make her not as as like a Christy design or God, I forgot it. Was her name Jamie in Tekken 7? I can't even remember her name. I think it was Rosie. I think it was Rosie. I can't even remember. And I played Tekken 7 a lot. I can't believe I can't remember her name. But like, and she was nice, and I don't know, just a bland looking character. And then Tekken 7 gives no backstories, anything to nobody outside of the Mishima family, so there's no reason to care. She's just a plain female. Here, I don't know, is something a little more interesting to the design to me. And she's hilarious. I don't know why the quote-unquote coffee queen is fighting, but or why she's such a sponsor for coffee. Like, it's the weirdest thing to me, but whatever. And you don't get that from her design, but her design does scream like crazy fighter. Like the way she looks, she almost fights how you would expect her to just looking at her. All the coffee stuff is just out of left field to me. But yeah, amazing design. Raven. I love Raven's redesign. It looks almost exactly like Raven's costumes in the past, but they just added color to it. It's amazing how much that sort of adds to the look. Like, he doesn't just look like Ninja Blade anymore. He actually, like, it's somewhat more unique now. And blue and gold are some very interesting choices. Like, for Raven, I would have never expected a blue and gold design at all. So Raven has always looked sick. This could borderline also be considered a try-hard design, maybe not as much as Lars. It kind of is, but it's not like... This screams we're trying to make something cool, but we're not necessarily overdoing it. Like, to me, Raven has a borderline perfect design. My only criticism of this at all is whatever the little thing that he has wrapped around like his neck is, and the shades being red. I don't know if they could have picked like a different color for that. I don't even know what color they would have picked instead. I don't know if like a orange would have been way too much, but like I don't know if like a purple would have helped. Like, I'm not sure. I just don't know if I would have gone with red. Like, everything else is sort of like black or grayish anyways. I would have just leaned into there. Like I said, you already have the blue and gold sort of popping out. I don't know why you would add the red. Or not that I don't know why. Like, you want the character to look unique and stand out. It's just that I don't know if the red was the necessary color to use. Nitpicking though. Like, this Raven outfit is awesome. Leo. Pretty cool design. Like, I don't really know anything about... Leo's been in like the last 3 or 4 Tekken games. I don't know anything about this character whatsoever. Leo's just a big question mark as far as I'm concerned. But just looking at the design itself is cool to me. Nothing really to complain about. I think the jacket looks sweet. The jacket actually being rolled up above the gloves. I don't know why. That's always a nice touch to me. I do it a lot when I design characters for like my comic books and stuff. So that's always going to appeal to me for some weird reason. I don't get the shirt underneath though, and why there's like locks or hooks on it. Don't know if Leo's into some weird bondage that we don't need to necessarily know about or what's going on, but like I said, I just know nothing about the character for real, and it's never really been explained in the games. So, or explored. I'm not going to say explained. There's got to be some explanation for Leo somewhere, but whatever. I think because like the thing that's making me sort of like weird with the character is just the fact that I don't know nothing about the character. So it's like cool design, but I don't know what else to say. It's Leo. Okay, it's cooler Leo. No, I'm just playing. Steve. Let me just go out on the record saying, as a Hwoarang player, I hate Steve. Another sidebar. I don't know why. If I pick Hwoarang online, it's amazing the number of Steves that I just happen to encounter online. But anyways, yeah, that's a cool design. Steve's another one of those characters that I don't think necessarily has bad designs in any Tekken game. That chain on the jacket looks sick, by the way. That chain on the jacket looks crazy. Even the Union Jack on the pants, I think, is a sick, like, little add-on to the character. Like, I love Steve's design. I will say, this is another one that I don't think is better than the Tekken 7 design. That hooded boxing robe or whatever in Tekken 7, that was the sickest. I actually, a couple years ago, when I got this hoodie and my Hwoarang hoodie, I saw a Steve one, and I meant to get it. But where I actually got these Tekken hoodies from, I got these two and meant to go back just at a later date and buy the Steve one then. And the Panda hit, and I can't even find the store anymore. I actually saw the Steve Fox jacket to be able to buy. I should have got it when I had the chance. That still bugs me, because that Steve's Tekken 7 look was crazy. So when I actually saw the jacket, it's like, I'm about to buy this. I don't even care. Now that I scroll further down on the character, though, I will say I'm not a fan of the boots. I get they're supposed to be like boxing boots, but it's like he's not actually boxing. Like, he's just walking around in the streets. You wouldn't get in a ring dress like this fighting. So, like, not a fan of those, but just nitpicking, I guess. Still a sweet design. So the boots hurt it a little bit, but it's cool. I hate this bear. This is another annoying character to me. It's rare that it happens, but occasionally I'll come across a Kuma player online, and I don't know why they are such a headache to me. And a lot of times I can even sort of predict, like, I know the type of attacks and what they're going for and what they're about to try to do. I still get messed up. I cannot stand this damn bear. But that being said, as stupid as he looks, I'm not gonna lie. I like the design just because of how absurd it is that he's actually dressed in karate gi. Like, he's almost dressed like Ryu or someone from Street Fighter, but he's a bear. Like, Tekken and these fighting animals, like, I don't understand the love or appeal for it. But he even has, like, wraps up to his paws. Like, why does he have wraps on his arms? Like, such a ridiculous design. But I mean, it's a ridiculous character. It is a Mishima style karate fighting grizzly bear. Like, this is absurd. So yeah, I don't have anything else to add. This is just stupid. I like it. The dumbest design ever, but I like it. And it says under his bio, Master of Salmon. Yoshimitsu, mechanized space ninja? Is that what Yoshimitsu is now? Space ninja. Okay. I'm more of a fan of this Yoshimitsu design than a lot of his others. I still don't feel like this is messing with Yoshimitsu's Tekken 3 and 5 designs. I feel like those two are goated. But next to those two, I feel like it's up there with them. I thought Yoshimitsu just looked insane in Tekken 7, and I wasn't a big fan of his Tekken 4 one. His Tekken 1 and 2 designs are just awful to me. But like, he's just one of those strange characters that just looks wild. And he's very different from game to game. Like, you can never really get attached to a Yoshimitsu design. That being said, seeing this outfit and then seeing, like, the baggy pants and the boots and stuff is always jarring. Like, I don't even know, is all this because I'm looking at his hand, and that does look like a human hand. So it's like, is all of this actual armor on him? Like, Yoshimitsu just looks insane. Like, there's no other way to describe him. Like, I can't even tell what this is supposed to be, but it looks sick. One of the more unique designs I think we've run into so far. But that was going to happen anyways. It's Yoshi. Shaheen. God, it's crazy. I love the jacket. Yeah, I love this jacket. I know just because there's not a lot of Middle Eastern representation in fighting games that a lot of people compare Shaheen and Rashid from Street Fighter. To me, Shaheen has a better design, even though Rashid has a lot more personality and flashier moves and whatnot. But I'm not, like, personally, I prefer Shaheen. Just looks cool as hell. Like, I love this design. And as I've stated numerous times in the past, blue is my favorite color. When you start having like intense blues and reds, or like blues and oranges and stuff, which already like complement each other very well, like I'm gonna instantly love that design. Now that I think about it, the amount of blue that's in Hwoarang's new design, and then like the crazy like wild reddish hair, might be why that one grabs me so much for his new design. This is sick. I have no complaints for this regime design. I wonder how other people feel about this design though. And he looks badass too. Like the gloves and everything. It's nice details in the design without it being overly designed as well. Like I say, the inside of the jacket, like jacket vest, whatever it is that he's wearing, like it looks sick. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this Shaheen design as well. And I think instead of having it with like tannish colors or like a all white design or anything similar to how he looked in Tekken 7, like sort of just washed out colors, the blue and red is definitely helping out his design a lot more. So yeah, I mess with his Tekken 8 one a lot more than I did his Tekken 7 one. Dragunov needs some chapstick. Dragunov looks kind of bland to me, but it looks like it's intentional. Like the sheer, his skin complexion, the dark hair, and the color choices, on top of the fact that it's a pretty simplistic design, it screams this was done on purpose. Like, it's so bland looking and under designed, but it looks cool for some reason. I can't even really put my finger on it. I don't know why that is. I think he just looks cool. It might not even be necessarily the design. Between how he looks, which he looks like somebody you don't want to mess with, and he also looks like he might be dead, to be quite honest with you, or on death's door. But the fur jacket is helping out this design a lot. I don't know why, and there's no video for him. His name is the White Reaper. So yeah, there's a lot of death associated with this man. Yeah, it's so basic and simply designed, but it's, I don't know, I just feel like he was made to look like dark and cold. Like, it's, for what it looks like he was intended to look like, I feel like they knocked it out of the park. Like, they didn't need to do too much, so they absolutely didn't, and it works. I just can't tell if these pants are like purple or not. With that dark tealish looking shirt, I feel like that's the only thing that's kind of like throwing me off. I feel like if the colors were different, it would probably register in an entirely different way. I don't know. Feng Wei. God, that design is sick. The claws in the hands and fingers is crazy. Like the colors, the writing on whatever that little sash thing he has on his arm, the dragon coming off the shoulder, almost like a little shield or whatever that's supposed to be on over his shoulder. Like, all of that looks crazy. Like, this might be one of the cooler Fang designs that I feel like they've come up with in this game, or these Tekken games in general. I know he hasn't, but I feel like they introduced him in Tekken 5 and he's just looked that way forever. I feel like he hasn't changed that much. This looks similar to all his old designs, but it's just like, this seems like a design where they started to go, okay, let's just add stuff to his look to make him look cooler. And it worked. I don't even know where you would wear half of this in a fight, but it just looks sick to me. And the colors too, I can't tell if that's black or like a really, really dark green, but that and the red just blends perfectly. Like, they just got some excellent use of colors in these designs in this Tekken game. Yeah, no real complaints for me here. That is a crazy widow's peak though that Fang has. Far be it for me to start analyzing somebody's hairline though, so we'll just move on from here. And really, we get to the last character, and it's this damn Panda. Or it's Panda. They didn't even try with Panda, which it doesn't Kuma mean bear in Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they necessarily tried with Kuma either. It's Tekken. I guess we should just be thankful that we don't have to worry about Roger or Alex. Dude, I have no thoughts about this. It's a fighting panda. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say here. Like, it's stupid. I don't know. I really hate the fact that this is the character that I'm stopping on. But there are no other characters listed, so. And I have no thought, like, I have no opinions, I have nothing to say. I can't say I like it, I can't say I don't like it. It's a panda bear, like, it's... Alright, so, it's me taking a look at some of these Tekken 8 designs. I have to say, amongst the better designs will probably be... The King one looks really unique, it always does. The Jack one looks unique. Azucena's design I think is really cool. The Yoshimitsu design honestly might be my favorite. So I think those are amongst like the better designs for Tekken 8. As far as my absolute favorites, obviously I love Jun's design. Never really gonna have me complaining about. Well, I can't say that because I did a lot of complaining about his Tekken 7 design. So this one is really cool. Big fan of the new Hwoarang design. Huge fan of this design. I like the Law one. I like the Kazuya one. Still, I feel like Azucena, that is definitely like one of my favorites. The Azucena and the Yoshimitsu one stands out. Not a whole lot of misses at all in these designs. Like I said, the Asuka one and the Paul ones are really big head scratchers for me, especially the Paul one. The Asuka one I just think is like, okay, this is just kind of goofy, but the Paul one, like, I don't. But let me know what you guys think. Like, what are your favorite designs? Which ones do you like and which ones do you not like in Tekken 8 from the characters that we know so far? Clearly, it looks like we have 4 more characters to be revealed. So, and that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. And you all have a good one. And I'm out.